Welcome to our journey through time, where we'll meet some of the most powerful women in world history. From queens and empresses to warriors and politicians, these women have left indelible marks on the world. Their stories of courage, resilience, and determination continue to inspire us today. As we delve into their lives, we'll uncover the challenges they faced, how they overcame them, and the lasting impact they've had on the world. So buckle up, and let's dive into the annals of history. Our first stop brings us to Zenobia, the warrior queen of Palmyra in Syria. In the 3rd century, Zenobia led a revolt against the Roman Empire, expanding her own realm in the process. With her intelligence, courage, and political acumen, she's an undeniable figure of power and influence. Next, we sail to Egypt, where the legendary Cleopatra reigned. More than just her famed beauty, Cleopatra was an ambitious ruler and was well known for her intelligence and her contribution in improving the country's status and economy. She skillfully navigated the power dynamics of the ancient world, forming alliances and defying Rome. We then ride to India to meet the fierce Lakshmi Bai, the fearless Queen of Jhansi, known as the Indian Joan of Arc. In the mid-19th century, she mounted a valiant resistance against British colonial rule, becoming a symbol of Indian nationalism and female bravery. She is celebrated for her unwavering courage in the Indian Rebellion of 1857, fighting valiantly for her kingdom's independence against British rule. Her legacy as a symbol of resistance and women's empowerment endures in India's history. From India, we journey to France, where Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl, led the French army to several important victories during the 100 Years' War. She was the French heroine and also a saint for the Roman Catholics. She rallied French troops to defeat the English in the Battle of Orléans and also claimed to have mystical visions. Her courage and conviction, despite her eventual martyrdom, have made her an enduring icon of French history. Next, we travel to Mongolia and meet Borte Ujin, the first wife of Genghis Khan. She played a crucial role in the unification of the Mongol tribes and was a trusted advisor to her husband. Her influence was instrumental in the formation of the Mongol Empire. Our journey then takes us to India again, where we meet the Iron Lady of India, Indira Gandhi, the first and to date the only female Prime Minister of India. She served as Prime Minister of India for 4 terms. She wielded significant power, leading her nation through critical times and leaving a lasting impact on Indian politics. In addition to her economic and foreign policy achievements, Gandhi also made significant contributions to social justice in India. One of Gandhi's most notable contributions was her role in the Green Revolution, as her agricultural reforms led to a dramatic increase in food production. This helped to make India self-sufficient in food and alleviate widespread poverty. In 1971, she led India to victory in the Indo-Pakistani War, which resulted in the creation of Bangladesh as an independent nation. This victory was a major turning point in Indian history and cemented India's position as a regional power. We then moved to Britain, where Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady, reshaped British politics with her uncompromising approach. As the UK's first female Prime Minister, she left a legacy that still sparks debate today. We then ventured to the Byzantine Empire to meet Theodora, an empress who began her life in poverty and rose to become one of the most powerful women of her era. She used her influence to promote social and political reforms that improved the lives of women and the underprivileged. Next, we meet Queen Victoria, who reigned over the British Empire for 63 years during a time of great expansion and change. Abolishment of slavery to granting voting rights, reforming labor conditions, and other cultural, political, and military changes came under rule. Her reign, known as the Victorian era, left a profound mark on history, influencing culture, science, and politics. Our journey also brings us to China, where we meet the Empress Dowager Cixi. She was the Chinese emperor's mother and regent who ruled China for almost 50 years until 1908. She effectively controlled the Chinese government for decades in the late Qing dynasty, navigating through a time of internal strife and foreign aggression. Next, we travel back in time to ancient Egypt, where we meet Hatshepsut, one of the few female pharaohs. Her reign was one of peace and prosperity, and she left behind a legacy of monumental architecture. Finally, we return to China to meet Empress Wu Zetian, the only woman to ever officially rule China as emperor. Her reign brought about numerous administrative, educational, and cultural reforms, solidifying her place in history. These women from different times and cultures wielded power and influence in distinctive ways, leaving indelible marks on the world. They defied conventions, overcame adversity, and reshaped their societies. Their stories continue to inspire and remind us of the enduring power of women throughout history.